Here's an assorted lot of stuff I picked up while I was at the Meadowlands on Saturday. Not much on games, and to be honest, it's getting a little harder to find games there. There's a lot of competition. There's that thing where people will go up to the door as they're unloading, help the dealer unload, or ask and get the stuff before anyone, like a regular person, would go to the market later in the day. So, it's harder to get stuff that way. There's also a new thing I've noticed where a lot of what's this? Where a lot of the sellers are basically scanning everything before they put it out. So that's why all of a sudden, like, people that shouldn't really know a lot about games are starting to ask a lot more for them. So like I said, it's getting harder to find games at the Meadowlands. In terms of games that I found at the Meadowlands, it was just these two systems. That's not included. That's stuff I actually pulled out because someone needed a controller. I found a silver PS2, and I'm assuming this doesn't work. It came with a very masculine pink controller for the guys. And I mean, you can see it's just kind of beat up. It's missing this piece here. It's got, for some reason, it has these little rubber stoppers on the top. I'm assuming it doesn't work. I bought it off of a cleanout guy for 15. He wanted 20, but I'm like, it's in crap condition and probably doesn't work. The pink controller, I don't know. So I said, he said, well, how about 15? I said, fine, 15. If it doesn't work, I'll just give it to my friend. I'll get most of my money back. So he could sell it online, or maybe I'll bring it to GameStop. I don't know. For another 15, this I asked the person what they want for it. They said 15 at the flea market. I got a PS2. This one I'm hoping works. It's in better condition. Came with a memory card you see there. I can sell those for about $4 or $5. PS2s, if they are working complete, I get about $35 from at the flea market. GameStop's selling paying $25 for them, so I don't know why everybody thinks they can get them for much less from me. Came with these two controllers. These are Midway controllers, and let me just see. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Give me one sec. See the cord hanging in the. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay, that's a Mortal Kombat controller. I don't think this is an official PS2 controller per se, but they are Mortal Kombat controllers. These actually may have more value because they're Mortal Kombat controllers. If these have like significant value, say like $20 a piece, I'm going to give them to my friend. You know who you are. Otherwise, I did not even find these games at the flea market. Someone who owes me something gave me this and said, "Here, put this towards the trade." And then someone found this and a Mega Man for the Game Boy Advance. And I don't have that with that. See, we also bought jewelry, which you won't see today because my wife bought it and put it out. So my stuff I like to test it, or it's for eBay because I can't sell it at the flea market or that. I want to do research on it. And someone gave me this, and they gave me a Mega Man Game Boy Advance. A friend of mine saw the Mega Man Game Boy Advance, and he looked it up. He wanted to buy it because it was cleaner than his. He looked it up, and he told me it sells at 15. I did check later, and it's actually 20. So, next time I'm going to check. But anyway, Pac-Man, and I sold it to him for 8 because I was like, okay, if it sells for 15, give me 8. I probably would have sold it to him for 8. I don't know. I might have pushed it to 10 if he were, if he had been, or if I had checked it myself. But whatever. So a friend gave me this for free. I got the other thing for free, so I didn't care. I don't mind that I sold it for 8. Okay, that's it. GameStop. Goodbye, everybody that doesn't like games. James, it's a child's cup. This is actually sterling silver, pretty dented up. I don't know if I'll probably scrap it because if I take it to the flea market, I'd probably get scrap or less, or I'd be offered less than scrap. I can check online, see what they sell up, but it is pretty beat up. It's not an amazing maker of sterling silver, and it's not an elaborate or ornate piece where like some damage would be forgivable. But I will check it because you never know. I mean, they might be willing to pay for these, and maybe someone has a baby named James and they want it. I got a lot of perfume, but I bought them in 2 separate places. I bought this. It was $5. I don't think this is an amazing piece of any significant value or anything, but it is nude. The woman figure Kind of looks kind of tropical, so I think that's cool. It's very abstract. It's signed by someone named Alma A. Tesch. Or actually, it's just Alma A. Or it might be Iesch because there's another kind of symbol that looks like an A with an I in it. So it's either Tesch or whatever. It was in an artifacts gallery, or that might have been where it was framed. Again, I don't know this. Oh, and it looks like it's a resin of some sort. I think it's neat. I'll look up the person's name. If it has any value, significant value, I'll sell it online. If not, I'll sell it for like $20 at a flea market. For $25, I got this. This is sealed, and then I also got a Karen Royal Bain de Champagne. And this is a large size. I've had Karen stuff before, and it's one of the names I have under my belt. It'd be nice if this is pretty full. I'm going to just try and check that quickly. Okay, there we go. This is actually, I'm using my finger muscles now. This is actually, I need to do some finger strengthening. Okay, I can't really get it out very easily, but it looks pretty full. And apparently it's shaped like a champagne bottle. Kind of neat. I will take it out and inspect it more carefully later. But like I said, I've had Karen stuff, and Karen is good. Or it might be pronounced Caron. Don't know. I just fix. Okay. Miss Dior, Christian Dior. Anything Christian Dior is okay. This, again, is a 60 milliliters, which would be 2-ounce size. Pretty good size. I'm hoping that's worth at least $50. And then we got some Estee Lauder lipsticks. Stuff like this is actually sellable on eBay, especially, believe it or not, but they can't be used. They can't be used at all. They have to be in basically you have to say they're in new condition, or they'll just end the listing. My wife says these are $15, $20 lipsticks. I basically bought them or actually my wife bought them for herself and my daughter's personal use. Okay. This for me was, well, here's a book. I don't know what the deal with this is. I don't know if we bought it to keep it or whatever. I don't even know if that's part of what I got today. One of the perfumes was leaking, I think. Anyway, I paid $100 for this, and I went up. I was just like, I was actually working the flea market, so I didn't have time to really go and take a lot of time and really look. So I did a quick run through, and I kind of rolled up on this woman looking at a bunch of perfume. So I went over and I started just looking too, and I started pulling out the names that I was familiar with, and I'm like, hey, how much are the perfumes? And he had told this woman that she had picked up this big bottle of Dolce & Gabbana, right? And he's like, $10. And I see the lid screwed. I'll probably pop it off and just sell it without the lid. So $10, and so she's like, and she put it back. She didn't want it for the $10, and so I was like, I took it, and then I started just pulling out all the perfumes that I either recognized or I thought might be good. And he was giving me prices like anywhere from $3 to $10 on them. So that was 10. Some were like 5, 3, whatever. So it totaled up to like, when we were almost done, there was some stuff I pulled out of the bucket. I had pulled out that I was there, and it was getting where it was going to look like about 100. So I said, well, how about 100 for everything, right? So he goes, okay, that's fine. So then he gave me stuff that I didn't want. This is another Dolce & Gabbana. It's a tester. What I'll do is I'll lot these two. Another Dolce & Gabbana tester. And they're decent size. They're like 3.4 ounce. So between the two, I've got what looks like fairly a full one. And then there was this smaller one, which either he gave me for 5 or 10. This one does not say tester. But if these don't have significant value, I can lot them. And then again, even if they have kind of decent value, I could lot them. And eau de toilet. Yeah, okay. And it's a saving on shipping for me. So I always pass that saving on to the customer, and then they're more apt to buy because I can. Here's another Dolce & Gabbana Sicily. This was the other one. This might have been the one that she was asking if it was how much it was, and he was like 10. So anyway, I paid $100 for everything here. He threw in some stuff I didn't ask for, like this Isatis by Givenchy. I have problems with lotions. You know, they kind of clot up or get milky, and people complain about. This was there too. This feels like I guess it's a glass bottle. It's like weird, but I think it's leaking. because there was some leaky stuff in there, and I wiped it up, and it seems to smell similar. So I put this in a sandwich bag. Paris, Yves Saint Laurent, YSL. So that was that. And then I got some that I know are good, like Aphrodisia. The small bottles of this you can put on eBay for like $20. Now this is like a mega size bottle. This is 6 fluid ounce. So I'm imagining that's at least $50 to $100. I'm not really sure. Flambeau, had this before. Another Fabergé perfume. Here's another Fabergé perfume. Again, Flambeau. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And these are decent sizes. You know, this is probably like 2 ounces. This is probably like 3.5 ounces. Here's another Yves Saint Laurent, and this is a lotion, and you can see it's got little things in it. So this I probably won't even list. You know, I might just take it to the flea market and sell it for whatever. I know I didn't want this. This is some kind of weird tester, not for sale. And eau de parfum. I can't even read what it is, but after I totaled 100, he just threw stuff in. I don't know if anybody remembers the soap opera. Well, it was kind of like a drama series called Dynasty. It's very popular in like the 90s, I think, or late 80s to 90s. They made a line of perfume from it, and one of them was called Forever Crystal. This stuff is very hard to find. This is probably like $50 to $100. Not really sure. I know it's at least $50. Here's something called Demi Jour, which I've never heard of, but it's a very large bottle. It's 7.75 ounces. So we shall see. I don't really see who made it straight off. Deerfield, I don't know. Here's something else that he threw in that I didn't want. Jean Paul Gaultier Classic, because it's a lotion. And again, I've had problems with lotions. Let's see. Oh, here's another Sicily, Dolce & Gabbana. So what I'll do is I will lot these two, because between the two they look something like a full bottle. And this doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it was leaking. I'm pretty sure it was this one, because this one was the only one laid flat at the time. Here's a perfume that I don't know who made it. Heaven Scent. Helena Rubinstein. Okay. This might be okay. She's a name I recognize. The label fell off of something there, which is annoying. This is a tester. DAECAD Kadeska. Alright, I can't really read the label right now on that one is. And again, I only paid $100 for everything, and I don't really know what these are going to total in sales. And those are $20, those are separate. I only paid $100 for everything. I don't really know what everything will total in sales, but I have a lot of perfumes here that I am certain are at least $50. Like this. This is Chanel. I guess that's a 4-ounce bottle. It's missing a label, so that'll make it harder for me to figure out what it is, but whatever. I'll try to compare it to some other stuff I have. This is Senchal. I'm not familiar with this one. I can't tell the size or something. He might have thrown that in again. Let's see, what's this? Isatis de Givenchy. Anything Givenchy is generally good. This looks like a decent size. Here it is. Ombre Fleur. So it's some kind of flower scent. It's a large size bottle. It's got to be at least 3.4. Yeah, I don't see it immediately. Sometimes I have to figure out what this stuff is. Here's another Fabergé, and this is Flambeau again. Flambeau. So that goes there. I took this. He didn't really charge me much for this, but I have several of these in my basement that are partially filled. So I'm going to lot them, you know, and I'll just, together they'll total a certain amount. Here's, actually I think I've had this one, Replique, Eau de Toilette. Not sure value, can't remember. Larger size, Obsession by Calvin Klein. I have to check and see. That looks a little weird. What the value is, but that should be 30-ish. Here's something I've never had before. Straw Hat, or then again I might have. Can't remember. Not very full. Comes with the box. I don't know who makes it. Cologne Extraordinaire. Fabergé. Fabergé does that. They say Cologne Extraordinaire. And you can see for $100, not including the stuff I didn't want, I probably paid $5 a bottle or something like that. Ciara, 100 strength concentrated cologne spray. Not familiar with that one. And Angeli. I'm starting to learn how to pronounce these things. You say something long enough, it's like a weird name. Anjoli, like Angeli. What's his name's wife? Brad Pitt's. Angeli, Jolina. And Straw Hat. Odatola. Okay, hold on. This is Straw Hat 2. Alright, okay. So there's similar names. Okay. Oh, and the last bottle. And this is pretty much everything I got today. Todd Oldman, Perfume Fragrances, Pompano Beach, Florida. Not a clue. Okay. Yeah, that's everything I got on Saturday. Like I said, tough to get those games. But I did actually get a nice big selection of N64 games, which I may show today. I actually bought this stuff on Sunday with other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to have time. My wife grabbed them, and she wants to get them right on Amazon. I pulled one out that someone actually requested already. But this was a good deal where someone came to me and they contacted me because I give out business cards and stuff all the time, and they contacted me and said, hey, I have some games. They told me what they were. They said they want 80 for everything. I'm like, I'll take them. Do you want me to come pick them up? And what they said was, nah, I'll just bring them to the flea market because they like to go to the flea market. And I was like, great. And I'll show those my next video either later today or tomorrow. But that's it for now.